In this video, I want to show you how to throw a bowl. And when we're throwing a bowl, we are going to leave a lot of excess clay at the bottom. And once the bowl has been thrown and is dried and is leather hard, we're then going to flip it over upside down on the wheel, and we're going to use our loop tools to trim it. So this is about 2 pounds of clay. And this will give us a decent sized bowl for eating soup or pasta or salad. So when you're opening a bowl, you want to leave quite a bit of space. So maybe an inch before you get to the wheel head. So we're leaving a lot more space because we'll be trimming and adding a foot. So I'm leaving about 3/4 of an inch or so in between as far down as I open it and the wheel head. Now when we open this, we're not creating a floor like we've done in the past with cylinders, but we're going to kind of open and pull into that bowl shape. So we're just creating a bowl shape on the interior. And then, once we've done that initial open, then we're ready to pull. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply pressure on the outside and on the inside as usual. Maybe more pressure than you're used to using on the outside as opposed to the inside, where we're going to try to scoop all this material up into the wall of the bowl. And as we pull, we're going to apply pressure and then follow that shape. Now, as you're pulling, we want to think about making sure that the wall is as thin as we want it from about right here all the way up. From here down, that's where we'll be trimming material away. Now I'm leaving some excess clay at the rim. The rim is a little bit thicker than the rest of the bowl, and that will help the bowl hold its shape and give it some stability and strength. It'll also be visually pleasing to see this wider, thicker rim, but then have a thinner, lighter bowl. You can use various ribs to create the curve on the interior. And we want to think about a continuous curve that doesn't have any sharp angles so as we create this curve on the interior, we're thinking about a nice support. I like to support the exterior of the bowl with one hand and use the rib on the interior with the other hand. Now we can compress the rim and give it an intentional shape. Smoothing some things out. Now the shape on the exterior isn't very pleasing, but we're going to trim that and change that shape. I'll show you the interior. So you can see the interior is quite smooth, no sharp transitions. And what we'll do when we trim this is we'll use that interior as our guide and we'll trim the exterior to match. When you're completely finished with your bowl, you can use your wooden knife to trim away some excess clay. Now when I cut this with my wire tool, that'll give me a place where I can pick that bowl up. What we're going to do is we're going to let this bowl dry, and like this, and just until the rim is dry enough to hold its shape and to not take fingerprints. And then we will take it off of the bat and we'll flip it over and let this part get to that same dryness, to about leather hard. When the whole bowl is leather hard, then we'll be ready to trim the bottom.